Hey, Basket Brains, Kirby here, aka Darkwing Disc, and I was unjustifiably fired from my job at the M&M factory for throwing out all the W's. Alongside of me is Ollie DePina, and Ollie was rushed to the hospital this week because he had 25 plastic horses inserted into his rectum. Doctors say his condition is stable. Welcome to episode 77 of the K.O Disc Golf Show. Episode 77 is the Ponyta episode. Famous players to wear number 77, we got Luka Doncic. Red Sox players, we got Josh Bard. Mariners, we got Leo Rivas. And Ollie, hit us with the Giants.
We're going to go with one and only Kevin Booth. I gotta love him, offensive lineman for the Giants. And 2007 to 2013.
Nice. All right, KO question of the week. Comment down below, and Ollie and I will answer at the end of the episode. Who's going to win the MVP this year in MLB? Is it going to be Cal Riley or Aaron Judge? And then on the other side of that, who's going to win the Cy Young Award? Is it going to be Tarek Skubal or is it going to be Garrett Crochet? Comment down below, and Ollie and I will answer at the end of the episode. Ollie, how you doing, man? How's it going?
Going well, you know. Got the new place, new apartment, so
Yeah,
moving a
dude,
little
looking
different.
Yeah, looking real good. Got the entertainment center behind you.
Oh yeah.
Is that like a porch or something on your, what is that, to your right?
Yeah, we got a little porch action going on over here. We got Roxy set up and stuff, but that leads
Nice.
out to the Puget Sound. I got a nice view of T-Mobile, so I know during the playoff games on like the winds, big fireworks, I'll be able to see really well and can see the
Cool.
Space Needle in downtown. So it's all the things I really like.
That's awesome. Very cool, man. Yeah, how's it been just kind of getting in there and kind of settling in?
This week has been exhausting. I don't think I've had like an actual rest day in a long time, even though I didn't really get to do any I didn't go disc golfing, didn't go biking the whole week, and then first week since having my bike, I haven't gone on it, so that was kind of interesting. But the moving was so exhausting. Basically, got the big portion of it done on Friday with the U-Haul, and then after that, it was just like, yeah, from like 8 a.m. to like midnight. We're moving that whole day, like organizing stuff and finally starting to get some stuff. Hopefully, get like a little couch like here where this guy is and make it a little more homey. But it's so awesome. I'm loving it so much. It's so sweet. And having Roxy and just like, it's not like, oh, you want to like go into my house, go to your house. It's like so sweet just being like,
Just
oh, I'm coming home.
yeah, see you at home tonight. Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
different. Yeah. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Is this your first like apartment not living with your mom or living with your parents?
I had one other like house in Holler Lake, kind of by North Park, and
Okay.
that was with two of my buddies, and it was like a huge house. It was like we had no, it had like a huge yard. We had to keep upkeeping, and like we had no, like I was like we got an overhead, but it was such a good deal, and it was a three-bedroom and a huge basement. It was super awesome. I had a good time there, but it was a short-lived and had its we weren't the like cleanliest people, I feel like. So like
Sure.
the least cleanliest like really drug us down, I feel like. But me and my other roommate weren't too bad, but yeah.
Yeah. No, that's I mean early on, so like you get that like first like adult apartment, it just feels a lot better, Yeah. No, I've before I moved in with my wife here, I got like a little like it was like a little dungeon basically apartment. It was at the basement of this like old hotel that they converted into an apartment complex. And it was a sweet little setup. It was kind of like three like mini rooms. Like one mini room was like the kitchen, one mini room was like my bedroom, and then one mini room they just called like a walk-in closet because it didn't have any windows. I think it was like the laundry room or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was cool having like this giant room that I just like had nothing to do with, and like Nala could like run around and like mess around with. But yeah, that was my first like adult apartment where I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to like have this place like look decent, and like get some like furniture and stuff like that. So no, that's cool. Good for you guys. I'm really happy for y'all. Looks pretty great. So nice.
Yeah, it's like surprisingly really modern. Like we got a nice modern kitchen. Our stuff's like everywhere on the other half of this room, so I'm not gonna there's just
Yeah.
boxes and a lot of stuff, but no, it's super awesome and like yeah, there's a lot of exciting things and it feels like a big part. in like a relationship, doing moving in and stuff and sharing a space, and it's really cool.
Yeah, good for you guys.
How you doing, Curb?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Been a pretty chill week all in all. Last week the weather was awesome, so got out to Fenwick in the morning a bunch. Just getting ready for TeRon. Hung out with Chuck, had him on the bag all weekend. That was also really cool. Um, yeah, honestly, my week's been pretty chill. Ellie had like a work thing that she was gone for like most of the week, so actually took my mother-in-law out for dinner. Just her and I went out for dinner for the first time, just like the two of us without my wife around, to kind of like kind of chat her up and that. So it was cool. We went to the Ballard Cut over in Ballard. I don't know if you've ever been there, but really, really awesome, really delicious dinner that we had together.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool just kind of getting to like kind of know her a little bit, and she's got such an interesting story. It's like she was telling me that she moved to Canada at one point and just lived on a farm there for like 8 or 9 months or something like that. And I was like, "What'd you guys farm?" She goes, "We didn't farm anything. I literally just cut wood and like
Hmm.
used wood to heat the stove that I cooked dinner on." And they just like they only farmed food for like them. It was kind of like a commune kind of thing. But really interesting. She's got a really really interesting story. Really, it was really cool. Just kind of getting to chat with her a little bit. Kind of
Yeah.
getting to bond with her a little. So yeah, like I said, her and I never really got to do any of that stuff. Frank and I, my father-in-law, he and I would go to like a baseball game once a year. And that was kind of he and I's way of hanging out. So I think Nancy and I, my mom now her and I are gonna do that a lot more. So yeah, pretty good week all in all. Um, Gonna just jump right into the baseball check-in because playoffs start, I guess technically today, because Ollie and I are doing the show Monday night, as you can tell from actually Ollie's windows back there because it's so dark. But yeah, the playoffs start today. I'm pumped, man. Red Sox, Yankees. This is like everything I want in playoffs. It's Garrett Crochet and Max Fried against each other, game one. That is like main event level match, if ever is one. Baseball's at its best when there's two like powerhouse starting pitchers kind of going like at each other like that. So I'm really excited. I'm really really pumped for the game. I guess technically tonight, but I guess right, it is tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a really exciting couple of days of baseball coming up. Um, you and I were looking at the tickets for for the ALDS
Oh
ahead
my
of time, and I was
gosh.
pretty accurate with like 350, for one of those tickets. There is a chance that if the Red Sox can beat the Yankees and then beat the Blue Jays, and the Mariners beat whoever wins between the Guardians and the Tigers, that the Red Sox and the Mariners could face each other in the ALCS. And I think those tickets are going to be at least what, 550, 600, probably somewhere in that range.
I feel like it only goes up, like, because
Yeah.
this is the season ticket holders had a chance to get the like those tickets, and so they're gonna get those in those tickets are on the resale market. Once the public goes, I think it could be crazy.
Yeah.
I think
So
around that though, yeah.
I'm definitely I'm gonna attempt to get a ticket to go. We'll see how that goes. I'll probably have to like set a price limit and being like, once we cross this limit, like there's
We're
officially
done.
no, yeah, we're done. And I mean, like, I don't know, I'd be pretty excited just to get into the stadium to go and like see what's going on because there's even like, you hang out in like the bullpen area, you hang out in like center field, like there's tons of good spots to hang out in that stadium. So I don't think I'm above like going outside of the stadium and like scalping a ticket or something like that
Yeah.
too to get in. So we'll see, we'll see what's going on, but a lot of exciting times. It's really exciting. I saw a guy, just in White Center today. I saw one guy wearing a Reds hat. I saw another guy wearing a Phillies polo. So it just seems like outside of just Mariners fans, but people are just really excited for baseball and for the playoffs to start. So
Yeah.
there's a cool feeling in the air.
100%. Mariners winning the AL West, which is just amazing. First time since 2001, so really like the first time in my lifetime watching baseball. So that's pretty amazing. I thought the getting swept by the Dodgers to end it is whatever. I feel like those last two games really felt like exhibition-y. It's like
Yeah,
whatever. It
nothing
was.
really mattered.
I think it was pretty cool though, and I like it just shows I feel like Mariners fans are like that last game and Clayton Kershaw's like just the standing ovation from like 40,000 people at that Mariners game and like they're super excited and I just saw nothing but like super great praise for that, which is I think just shows to who Mariners fans are and um yeah, I think that was cool to see. Clayton Kershaw's been an ace my whole life, so it's like super respect to him and this run that
Yeah.
they're going to be trying to be
It
going on.
it's really crazy to think. So the Dodgers did not put Clayton Kershaw on their wild card roster or their whatever. I don't know if they're in the wild card, if they're in the AL. I think they're in the wild card, right? Playing I think they're playing the Reds in the wild card because I think they got like the third division. But either way, because Kershaw just pitched, they didn't put him on the roster for their first round of the playoffs. So there is a very, very real possibility that that was the last time Clayton Kershaw ever pitches on an MLB mound,
Yeah.
which is a very like really crazy thing to think about because when you think about that Dodgers team, you're like, oh no, we'll see him in the playoffs. It's like actually, if they get bounced round one, which is very real because the Reds are really good, that like it could go be disastrous. It could happen very quickly to him. So, but yeah, I love Clayton Kershaw. I mean, he's been one of the best players in baseball for a long time, one of the best pitchers for a long time. So I'd like to see him like go on a really crazy run in the playoffs because he's got that like that thing with Kershaw, like playoff Kersh can't do it. So it'd be really awesome for him to kind of close out his career by just like shutting it down in the playoffs or like the
Yeah.
ALCS in the world. Like one good World Series performance would just be so cool.
Not a big Dodgers guy though. I would be okay with
Not,
there. I don't
I
need any
mean,
success coming that way. I'm not gonna lie.
sure, sure, sure. Give him a couple of games here and there, though. For
Throw a
the
dog a
guy.
bone. Throw a dog a bone.
Yeah, yeah. Houston's collapse is wild. I can't believe they didn't even make the playoffs. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, that was really, really bad. They lost. Yeah, they coming down to the wire, they were just losing way too many games, and then when we swept them, that was like I think the nail in the coffin. Like the percentages and the chances, it just went down and down. Where yeah,
Yeah,
it was bad.
between that, I think that hurt them a lot, and then the Guardians
And
coming up
yeah,
like being so hot and winning like 15 straight, kind of was like the final blow. Like if you guys wounded them, the Guardians absolutely snapped the neck on it. Um, Really insane. It should be really exciting though, because I don't know if that makes the Guardians like really dangerous for the playoffs or if they're the team that just snuck in and gets bounced round one. But
yeah,
also like the Tigers are kind of limping as well. So I mean the Mariners have a really nice setup right now to advance pretty well in the playoffs. They have a really nice like avenue and a really nice path for it. So it should be cool to see. And I don't know, as a Red Sox fan, like I don't hate facing the Yankees. Like I think the Red Sox have had the Yankees number for a lot of the season. And then going on against the Blue Jays, like I don't think the Blue Jays are scary as a team. As I mean, I'm more afraid of the Mariners than I am the Blue Jays at that point. So um, I also like the Red Sox path. I think it really is just about getting over this first series against the Yankees.
yeah. It's gonna be a lot. The Yankees team's pretty solid. I will get talking about the KO question on MVPs more, but
Yeah, for sure.
I wanted to. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Judge is just having one of those seasons. I mean, last four seasons, he's like solidified himself as one of the great Yankees to play, which is like honestly incredible. Like,
Hmm.
and what he's doing so early, like, and yeah, just when he started and the consistency he's been able to do the last 4 years, 50 plus home runs. It's so impressive.
Oh, 100%. All right, we're gonna get right into the tournament recap. This is presented by Emerald City Discs. Emerald City Discs, the gem of the Pacific Northwest. All right, this past weekend was the TeRon Open. This was happening down at Lake Fenwick. It was ran by Tyler Schrock and Jim Hansen down there. Want to give a big shout out to Terry and Ron, who this tournament's actually named after Terry and Ron TeRon. Those guys have done so much work to Lake Fenwick. If you haven't been down there in a while, the amount of change that the course has had in a positive way is absolutely incredible. It comes from everywhere from new staircases have been put in with like cement and stuff, and new hand railings, all the way down to just how much has been cleaned up on the course. Like you can see where trees have fallen, and there's not remnants, and logs have been cut and stacked in certain places where it looks really great. And I love that course so much, so I really appreciate that crew down there that takes care of it so well. So just a big thank you to all of them. Fairway Media was out there this weekend. Really great seeing Justin Banks for the 2 rounds. Um, we'll get right into the winners. I took down MPO. This was the third time I've won this event. Um, like I said, like this course is really special to me. This is the first place I ever won a B tier. Actually, the first time I ever cashed an MPO was at Lake Fenwick on this like little like Fourth of July flex event. Um, so in the process of winning this event on round one, on hole 13, I believe, I got a bogey, and that ended a streak of 79 holes of bogeyless sanctioned disc golf. I started at round one of the Chinook Challenge. On hole five, I bogeyed hole 10 of SeaTac, but it's like hole five basically. And then went bogeyless for the rest of that round, went bogeyless the second round of that event, which is OG 18. Went all of Top Dog, and then went up until hole 13 of Fenwick. I was really looking forward to trying to get to 100. You know, I thought to myself, like, if I can get past hole three at Lake Fenwick with that hill and that out of bounds, kind of down by that hill, I thought there was a really good chance I could at least finish day one bogey free. And I actually ended up parking hole three, and I felt really cool. And I was like, oh man, like we're gonna do it today. And then hole four, I hit a tree and started going down the hillside, and luckily got hung up where I could
You're
get
like,
up and down for par, which was really, it was very stressful. I was like, oh no. So I kind of saved myself, and I was really disappointed that it ruined the streak, but I'm also very proud of the streak at the same time. Throughout that process, I think I had 36 birdies, which is good for a 45.5% birdie rate over those basically 80 holes or 79 holes. So um, I don't know, man. It's cool, but at the same time, I'm like a little disappointed to lose a streak like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel that. I feel that for sure. But now
Yeah.
it's making it past that. It's like, okay, 79. It's just how many more can I do than that now in a row? Another streak.
Yeah. I think if there's like, I don't know, like I don't want to like I don't want to like not validate that number. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to play tournaments where it's like, oh, obviously, like I'm just playing a bunch of ace runs to like pad the numbers or anything like
Hmm.
that. You know, but like I don't know, there is an avenue where if you play a course like Delphi and you do a couple of tournaments there, then you go to somewhere where you know really well, maybe like a Lakewood or something like that, where it's like, yeah, you might be able to go bogey free for a lot of holes in a row. So but that's definitely something I'm going to try for next year. That's my style of disc golf, anyways. Is just trying to avoid bogeys and taking the birdies where I can. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep track of that kind of thing though going forward. But yeah, so I won MPO. Coming in second place was Tyler Schrock, and then third place was Caleb Joyner. Winning MP60 was Steve Bell. Winning MA1 was Trevor Hill over Logan Cobb and Peter Anderson. Winning MA40 was Dan O'Brien. Winning FA40 was T-Bex, Bex Warch. Winning MA60 was Jim Hansen over Rocky Cox and the fucking GOAT, Chuck Knudsen. Actually, so this is kind of funny. I got to the tournament. There was traffic on I-5 South, so traffic getting down to this event freaking sucked. It was
Mhm.
so bad. My 35 to 40 minutes of travel time getting down there ended up taking like an hour and 15, just because you're in standstill traffic. I-5 South got reduced down to one lane at one point, like right before you were getting off at towards the exit for Fenny. So super annoying. So I ended up catching up with Jim and Rocky and Chuck on hole 14, I believe, I is when I caught up to them. And this is round one. Round one, we're playing reds. So I'm walking on the backside and I hear Jim's voice on the across the park. Of course, I hear Jim's voice. So I go over and they're standing on the blue pad and they're just kind of like standing there like talking. So I walk up and I'm like, "Oh, what's up, guys? How's it going? Good to see you." I'm like, "What's up, Chuck?" I grab his bag, I throw it on my back because I'm gonna carry his bag the rest of the round and just kind of hang. And you know, Jim's standing on the tee pad with a disc and just kind of like standing there talking, and he kind of like turns around and he's like looking at the line and he turns back and he's talking, and I go, hey guys, I know I'm like new here because I just showed up. I was like, I know I'm new here and all, but like I thought you were playing Reds today. And they look at me and they go, yeah. And Jim turns around and goes, yeah, why? And I go, well, and I point at the ground and there's a big blue circle on the ground and they all look down. They go, we were gonna play from this tee pad. Oh my God. And I was just like, I showed up at like the absolute perfect,
Saved him.
had I shown up a minute and a half later, they all 100% would have teed off from the blue tee pad and never had thought twice about it. Like it was such a funny, like, hey, I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but like, what are you doing
What happened in
here?
that tournament setting? And if everyone just thinks it was a mistake, what even happens?
So I don't know. I think like they should all get penalized 2 strokes, I think is what it would be.
But how would
Or
anyone know if they were like, oh, like,
but that's kind of the other side of that too, is if like they just never realize it and just like if any, you know what I mean? Like if I never show up and they just do it and they don't realize till the next day or something
or what if you
and they're
showed
just
up
like,
like later, like 15 minutes later, and it was the next hole, and it was
sure,
like,
nobody ever knows. No, because there's nobody around. They were doing 15-minute tee times. Those guys were out like way before anybody else was. 100%, dude. It was so funny. I was like, my God. And like, and I'm like, I'm not here to like police you guys or anything like that. It was just a coincidence that I was like, wait a
uh,
minute. Um, Actually, speaking of like, yeah, wait, what are you doing? I'm gonna finish. So MA3 winner was Matthew Mulkins. He beat Vic Bracciato. Always mess up his name. Bracciaco and Michael Kenyon. Um, it was really funny during the. I think this was the first round. Maybe I think it was the first round. Um, I threw a shot on hole. I think it was like 10, 11, 12. There's that real short one with the metal pole, and came up a little short. And I grab my putter and I'm just gonna like pitch up in front of the basket. And Chuck all of a sudden from behind me just goes, "What are you doing?" And I was like, what? I don't know. I was just gonna like throw my putter just like at the fern right there." And he goes, "Don't you think it'd be smarter to go like on the left side there?" He goes, "That hill seems awfully steep, don't you think?" And I looked at it and I go, yeah, that hill is awfully steep. You're right. And then threw it on the left side and it was perfect. But it was just such a funny, he was like, "What do you think you're doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know. What do you think I should do? Huh?" And like, it's just another reason why he's the GOAT, dude. He was like so dialed up into what I was doing. And he's like, "Stop it. Stop. I know what you're doing. I know what you're going for. Not the right play. Come over here." Um, there's only one time I like shook him off necessarily. Like I was throwing this approach shot on hole 11 of round two, where I was like, just kind of like short on the hillside. I threw a pretty bad drive, like low left, and he's like, "I think you should throw the forehand." And I was like, "I kind of don't like the forehand." I go, "I think I'm just gonna jump putt it." And he's like, "It's pretty far to jump putt." I was like, "I think I can make it," and I ended up hitting top band on the basket, like from where I was, and I felt pretty good about doing it. But it's the only time I've like so far, and all the times that Chuck has caddied for me, it's the only time I've let them like, "Nah, that's not the right play," or "Nah, that's not what I want to do." So I shook him off for once. It's the only time. Um, but yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I mean, the event was great. The weather was absolutely amazing the whole time. There was like just like a touch of wind on round two, but outside of that, absolutely perfect all weekend. Perfect Fenwick weather. All right. Tournament look ahead, presented by Swamp Cow Kava Bar. Swamp Cow Kava Bar, love me that muddy water. Next week there is just one tournament that we're going to be talking about, and it is Braven the Storm, 2025. This is part of the Evergreen Women's Series, happening at Tall Firs.
Nice.
So it looks like they got 46 women signed up right now. Pretty solid field all in all. Couple of FJ12. That's awesome to see. Getting some kids out there playing. Should be a good weekend all in all. We'll get into the weather in a second to see what that's going to look like, but
Be
yeah,
brave in the storm.
braving that they might be.
It might be.
Um, Actually, they're probably not. I mean, unless they're practicing this week, looking at the weather.
Oh,
Because yeah, we'll jump right into the weather look ahead. Weather look ahead presented by AGL Discs. Hey,
together we can reduce, reuse, and recycle for a greener disc golf. Oh, I
love it.
messed it
Close
up.
enough.
I didn't have it pulled up. I didn't have it pulled up. I don't know. For some reason, I thought. Never mind. You know what? Move on. Move on.
No, we're good. We strive ahead. Now the weather's going to be good this week, all in all. Today being Tuesday, which is today, obviously, it's raining, or it's probably raining if you look outside your window. 94% chance of raining all Tuesday. We got 47% chance of raining or of showers, happening on Thursday, and then Saturday, Sunday, we're looking pretty mostly cloudy, mid 60s. Man, maybe next week we might dive. It looks like the beginning of next week might jump barely into the 70s, but we might be done with that 70-degree days for the rest of the year. So, if you get the chance to get some shorts weather, definitely take advantage of it from here on out, without a doubt. So,
Get bundled. Get your North Faces out. Let's go.
yeah, we're there, man. We are like,
I'm here. I'm
we're
ready.
like sweater weather, you know?
I love it.
I love it. I love it, dude. I do. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, if I could wear just shorts and a hoodie all the time, I would be so comfortable. All right. Are you ready for the best 90 seconds of your week? I don't know, it's not even 90 seconds, but it's the best part of my week. That's right. All right. It's Ollie's breakdown. Ollie, are you ready, man? We got some playoffs to talk about.
Playoffs.
Talking playoffs? You ready, bud?
I'm ready.
All right. Hitting 3, 2, 1, go.
Portlandian Cole rattling off the birdies for Dolan takes down the biggest event to date by winning the MVP Open, shooting a crazy 1097 third round. Nunes sucks the life out of my penguins except me and my polar bears, and that's just nature. The Ice King Edinburgh still after the highest ever rating coming in second, averaging a 1074 this weekend. Who the hell is Richard? Probably some dick. I don't know about him. But Sticky Ricky shoots a 1097 second round to get a third place finish. How about Big Maple Missy? After a cruddy first round, she popped for a 1043, 1021 in 1003 final three rounds to take it down by 4 over Silva. Not feeling sorry for you. And then, who doesn't want to make it a habit out of getting the Silva? And Holland Graham herself, Holland Hanley getting a T2 pop off queen as King Haley is back at getting the fourth place.
Honestly, I love it because I can tell how much Ollie actually went through those ahead of time.
There's a couple earlier ones, and then I was like, wait, I did not.
No, yeah.
I was
I was
working.
I was
Preference,
reading
I
that
worked
with you.
all day, and so I
No,
was
no, for sure. It's so funny. But what's funny is I was reading that with you, so as you got to the part about like the Ice King thing, I could see the part where you're like, okay, jump back here.
I also tried reading it differently today. I tried reading it on my computer. I'm not doing that ever again. I was like, holy crap. KO
That was great, man.
This
I
is just
mean,
this is just making me read. KO Ollie gets literate.
yeah. Oh Kirby tries to rhyme things for a while and makes bad fun of people's names.
And Ollie just tries to read.
Pretty good, man. Pretty
I'm with
good.
it. I'm with it.
All right, answer KO question of the week. Who's gonna win the MVP, Cal or Judge? Ollie, who do you got?
Oh, I think it's so hard. I think the most valuable player in baseball by far is, or yeah, is Cal Raleigh, where like he means more to that team than I think any player, but I think there's certain statistics that he's not where former uh MVPs have been at, where Judge hits all those boxes as well, and also his on base percentage is like insane. Like he's just so well north, where it's like I don't there. It's so hard. I'd like it to be Cal, and that's gonna be my answer because I'd like it to be Cal. But
Mm.
Aaron Judge is probably the best player in baseball.
I want it to be Cal. I think it's going to end up being Judge, and I think it's going to be Judge mostly because of MLB baseball and like the writers wanting like I think the big market guy is going to get more votes than not that I mean Seattle's just not as big of a market as New York is as far as like the team and all that and the eye attention and the eyeballs that they get. So I think Judge is just going to get more first place votes simply because of that. Um I do think that Cal deserves it more, though. I think what he's done at the catcher position is so much more valuable than what Judge is doing in the outfield. And the fact that he's out there for 158 or 159 games between catch and DH is just it's insane. Being a switch hitter, 60 home runs, all of it. My vote is Cal, but I believe that it's going to end up being Aaron Judge just because of the way baseball just kind of is.
I was
Um,
doing some research on MVPs that have had statistics kind of looking like this, where like, there have been instances where, I mean, in my opinion, they're both like super valid
yeah.
MVP candidates, which is like the best thing about it, I think, where it's like both of them are deserving of it. So it's not like I don't think it's going to anyone that doesn't deserve it, you know?
Yeah. It's not like there was one year that Rick Porcello won the Cy Young Award, and he won the Cy Young Award because he just had a bunch of second place votes because everybody just kind of unanimously agreed he was like the second best pitcher, and the first and the third place guy just kept swapping enough votes where just he just lucked out in points, and you don't want to see that kind of
It's kind
you don't want
of
to see that kind
it's
of
kind of
winner.
cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It was weird. It was a very much like when it was announced, it was like that
He's
guy,
probably
you
like
know, like him.
me,
Yeah, it was it was like, are you sure? Did we count that right?
dude. I'd be
Um,
hype.
it was pretty good. It was weird. And then who do you think is going to win the Cy Young? Tarek Skubal or Garrett Crochet?
I don't. I wasn't too tapped in with this one, but I'm gonna go screw the Tigers guy.
Tarek,
Yeah,
Tariq,
Terry.
Tarek.
Just from the odds I briefly looked into, it looks like he's gonna win it. So that's who I'm gonna say my vote, or who I think is gonna win it.
I think, given that the last month of the Tigers' run, and he was not very good for that run either, and Crochet during the last month of the Red Sox has kind of stepped up, and even his last start, I think he pitched like 8 shutout innings. I think that's going to go a long way with the voters. So I am going to say that Crochet wins. I might be wrong on that, but he's my guy. He's the war pig for the Sox, and we need him so bad right now to be at his best. So I have like all faith in him. So he's my guy through and through. And it might just be um just like home, team love kind of deal. But yeah, Crochet for sure. He's been such a good pickup for the Red Sox. I can't even like stress like how important it is to have a pitcher like that on the team. And the Mariners have like 3 or 4 of them, so you guys are a little almost spoiled in that sense. But yeah, the Red Sox haven't had that in a long time. All right, we're going to jump right into the draft this week. This is one that Ollie and I have chatted on the backside about for so long. It's the Red 40 draft. For those that don't know, there's going to be a bunch of food dyes that are going to be basically banned in the year 2026. So a bunch of like your favorite foods or a bunch of foods that you recognize are probably going to be changed ever so slightly in whatever way. So Ollie and I are just gonna go through and draft our favorite foods that contain red dye 40, and because we're starting there, and then eventually I do have a list of dyes that we're gonna go through eventually. So this is not gonna be the only one of these that we do. But Ollie, take the first pick, man. What do you got?
Give it to me. Give me my red Gatorade. Give me that red Gatorade.
Yeah,
That
fruit
Gator
punch.
and
Yeah,
the way the stain it leaves around your lips. That red 40
the
stain.
the kid like red Gatorade lipstick stain
Dude,
is
I might have to go chug on a red Gatorade just to go get it next episode and be like, "Hey
next
guys."
episode. Yeah, we'll both get red upper lips going. That'll be so. Oh man, love it, dude. Freaking love it. Yeah. All right, for my first pick here, I am going to go with Skittles.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay.
top tier candy. Regular Skittles, wild berry, sour Skittles, all flavors of Skittles, absolutely awesome. So I'm just going with Skittles. And then, um, for my second pick, I am going to grab. Ooh, I didn't think you were going to grab Red Gatorade one, so you kind of threw me off my game a little bit there. Um, a bunch of bangers. That's the issue here. I'm going with fruit by the. Yeah, fruit by the
Mm.
foot. I already said it. Yeah, fruit by the foot. When I was a kid, man, those were so freaking good, and it's just like it's like 40% red 40. So
With my second pick, we're going to have to go with the cherry Airhead. That thing is zero natural. That thing is just out of a lab, straight out of a lab.
yeah, it's all chemical and it's all delicious
It's
though.
so
So
good.
yeah, shit. Yeah,
The red cherry Airhead goes so
yeah.
crazy hard for me. And then we're gonna go with, I think I'm gonna go towards, we're just gonna hit the red Jello. The red
Oh,
Jello just
okay,
goes amazing. I feel like
sure.
it's a banger. It's red, you know. I'm never saying no to Jello.
Jello, yeah. Yeah, no, Jello's sick. My favorite's the lime though. The green Jello. That's where it's at for me.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm a lime kid. Um, All right, for my third pick here, I'm gonna go with a strawberry Pop Tart.
okay, okay. I like
And
that. I like
then
that. I can respect it.
I love Pop Tarts, dude. I'm not above having a Pop Tart for breakfast in the morning. Honestly, kind of a summer hack, especially if you're driving a lot or if you're car camping or something. Park your car, take a pack of Pop Tarts closed, and when you put your window cover up, put the pack of Pop Tarts in between the window and the window cover. So when you're done doing what you got to do, you have like 100-degree, 120-degree Pop Tarts that are ready to eat right out of the package. Super tasty.
Mm.
And for my last pick here, I'm going to go with Code Red Mountain Dew.
Ooh, that's elite. That's an elite pull.
Everybody knows my love of Mountain Dew on this show, no doubt there. So
Yeah, no.
I will say Code Red's not even my favorite flavor, but I would be disappointed if it just like wasn't around.
I'm gonna have to go with I think this is a bit of a deeper pull, but we're going with the Lucky Charms red marshmallows.
Oh, okay.
Woo! There's a couple other red cereals or like I was trying to go for, but like the marshmallows and Lucky Charms I think are just such a ridiculous
What other cereals are you looking at?
I was thinking about like the Trix one. I know they got like the balls, and then Fruity
Yeah,
Pebbles. Fruity
yeah,
Pebbles goes insane, and but
that was
that
on
a
my
little more
list.
multicolor, you know. So I was
Hmm.
going with a specific red item from the Lucky Charms. So
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, looking at my list, the only thing I would really want to sub out, I had Skittles, Fruit by the Foot, Strawberry Pop Tarts, and Code Red Mountain Dew. I would want to switch out Fruit by the Foot for Gushers, but besides that, I'm pretty happy with my list.
Gushers is amazing. I think the only thing that if I really ran out, I didn't think I would was, and I just read this, uh, chocolate pudding. And without red food dye and chocolate pudding would be green. So think about that. Think about the importance of red food dye, that red 40, in chocolate pudding.
That's disgusting. I can't explain why, but I find that like kind of
It's
gross for
horrible,
some
yeah,
reason.
but
Yeah.
yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. So I was like, if I really needed another in the bag pull, I think I would have gone that. Uh,
um, Sweet.
Episode 77 got the amazing draft, an amazing episode. Congratulations, Kirby, on that streak. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Uh,
Congratulations on the new apartment, Ollie. Looking forward to more episodes and seeing how it fills out in there.
yeah, it will be
Yeah.
great, glorious and great. Well, enjoy some baseball when after watching this, and we'll see you next week. And a little quote: when you find something good, something you love, hold on to it. Don't let it go. And I love Seattle. Julio Rodriguez. Aim high, shoot low, and we'll see you next week.